we already on?
Yeah.
Hey.
We live, girlfriend.
We're live, girlfriend. Hey guys, it's your girl Sherry, and I want to welcome to another episode of the Say That Sherry podcast. On today, I know y'all like, what is going on? Why she on in the middle of the day? We were just getting our little technical difficulties together, getting everything out the way, so we was trying to come on perfect for y'all right now. I just wanted to surprise y'all. I wanted to mix something up. I wanted to do something different. So we actually gonna be live a few times this month. So we're gonna pop in on y'all. Yeah, we're gonna do something a little different. I think I want to come engage with them a little bit more. So let me introduce the most phenomenal, the most beautiful, the most talented Miss Jennifer, the best co-host a girl can have. Amen. Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing on this magical Monday?
It's a Monday.
It's a Monday.
It feels like a Monday.
It feels like a Monday.
To me, it does. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I guess.
It feels like a Monday and it's hot.
Yeah, I guess so.
It
I'm
is.
okay with it being hot though. I like hot.
You know, but when you have little kids, they want to be outside in the
pool,
hot.
but you got a pool.
I know.
You got a whole pool.
Yeah, but
at
that's
your house.
still like you got to sit.
Lord.
And, hey, you going to? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
They actually can swim now.
Oh, good. My baby's can
Baby
swim
can.
too.
But the rest,
I'm
but
not
the other ones
like
can.
that.
I can't swim either.
I can swim a little bit, but they can be in there
I know.
backstroking, you know.
Yeah, see,
like,
no, that's not me.
Yeah. I watched my whole family jump in the ocean, and I was just on the boat like,
Seriously?
yeah. They was out there swimming with the turtles and stuff.
You couldn't
Girl,
put
they
on a
was
life vest or something?
I did, and I put the guy. He was so nice. The guy who had the boat, because I put a little life vest on, and then he had put like this little string to my body, so I could like reel myself back in.
Yeah.
So I kind of just floated in the water. But they was really swimming, like they was out there. They was looking at stuff. You know what I'm saying? My
You
little
just
nephew,
watching
my
them?
husband, my daughter, they all jumped in the ocean together. And they was like, hey, and I was like, yeah, I see y'all.
At least you got in the water though.
Yeah,
You
I
had the
love the water.
experience.
And for just whatever
Yeah,
reason,
me
I'm
too.
just, you
it's
know.
calming, it's peaceful.
I can swim under the water. You
Okay.
know, I can't really swim on top. Yeah, I can swim under the
See, I
water.
can't do
Yeah.
that.
Don't ask me to really like tread water. And all
I'm be
that
the person
stuff.
that drowns in 3 feet. That's gonna be me. Come down from one of those slides and just get the. You know how people be flailing.
I like just stand up.
That's me.
Just stand up. I just need you to stand
That's
up. Can you
me.
stand up? Yeah. But I like it warm.
Yeah.
We, you know, it's Michigan. We only get but
I
5 warm
know.
days,
I
and
know.
then we back to the fall.
I know. No, you're right. You're right. But
Better
it
enjoy
is,
these
it
5
is a
days.
Monday though.
Yes, it is a Monday.
It
is
feels like a Monday.
I know.
Okay, so
So
I have
what's
a
on your
question.
mind today? Like, cause I know we was like, we gonna do a live show. We gonna go on. We gonna do a Monday. We gonna
I've
do
been
midday.
texting you, like,
And I was and I'm like, well, that's what we gonna do. So what's on your mind?
So wait, I have a little quick icebreaker.
Okay.
I want to know what. Well, give me the best piece of like dating / marital advice that your grandmother has ever given you. Your grandma. It can be it can be crazy out the box. You know, grandma say some crazy.
Oh,
things.
yeah. I was thinking my grandma.
My grandma used to say to me that saying that probably all grandmas say, like, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Uh-huh.
You know, I didn't know what it meant then. I know now though.
Yeah, my grandma was all about, you know, you like a man by the way he courts you. We gotta
Okay.
go court. That's
Okay.
what she called, but we gotta go court.
Okay.
And I was like, we gotta go court. She was like, yeah. Where he gonna take you when you go court? You know what I'm saying? He said, you gotta go eat good and stuff. You know, I used to be like, okay, grandma.
Okay, so she was more focused on like the courting, that part of the relationship and what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's
that's
like, cause
good.
she's like, that's how you know how he gonna treat you. You know what I'm saying? He know how to court you, right?
You know they
You know what I'm
switch up
saying?
though.
Well, you know,
But you're right. It does take. If I feel like if somebody has enough time to put or enough, they're gonna put so much effort into the way that they court you. It can't be like all the way off, right?
no, to me it can't. I mean,
Not
but then
like
too,
bait and
well,
switch.
okay, but then too, it's like, how much do you still like expect for them to do? Or I don't really like to use the word say demand.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We allow them to kind of slack as well.
True. Okay, now hold on, because now you taking me into what I want to talk about.
See, I just said it. I don't know.
You taking me where I want to go.
Okay.
So, okay. So today,
Mhm.
I want to talk about.
Oh, okay. I didn't
So
know
I
that was
watched
on
it.
your mind.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. It is.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it is. I watched it
Uh-huh.
and I was just like, okay. I wish that maybe we could expound a little bit more on this one particular thing, about being submissive in non-marital relationships.
Oh. Okay.
So
All right.
you said something really
submissive
to me,
in non-marital relationships.
yeah.
Woo,
Because,
Jesus.
well,
Okay.
first of all, do you think it happens?
Definitely it happens.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely think that people are submissive in partnerships
Mm-hmm.
that they are not fully committed and they are not married in. I definitely, I know for a fact it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes, the answer to that question, yeah, it happens. It happens more often than to me it should.
Okay. Okay.
But you know.
Okay. So
So
then,
I don't know if you want me to expound on that yet,
Yeah, 'cause
or
I got more.
wait. You want me
I
to
got
wait?
more.
Okay,
I
I'll
got
wait,
more
because I get you. Okay. All right, I'll wait. We're gonna listen, y'all. This is noonday.
So okay. So
She caught me off guard with this. I didn't listen. I never know what she's gonna ask me, y'all. Like honestly, I don't really know what she want to talk about. So we gonna see what come out my mouth. But she totally went left field on
You
this one. I
censor
didn't even know.
yourself pretty good, so I feel I shouldn't even say censor. You give it to everybody real, but that's why I like this. Okay?
Amen. Okay.
So you do think that submission happens in non-marital relationships or partnerships, and should women and or men, because there's a submission that comes with
A man
as well.
Uh-huh.
Do you think we should be, or people should be operating in submission in non-marital relationships?
To a certain extent.
Okay, I didn't expect that.
To a certain extent.
Okay, why?
And the reason why I say that is because there are certain things that we have to do in building our relationship, building our trust for one another, building our respect for one another,
Okay.
building our love for one another, our consideration for one another. Yeah, there are some things that you need to do in the premarital stages, right? In order to build that bond.
Mhm.
But certain things you should not get or you should not be privy to unless you are my spouse.
Like what?
Joint bank accounts,
Oh, that's a big one.
buying houses together,
Oh yeah.
mixing a certain household,
Okay.
right? We
Okay.
don't hold out enough.
Mm.
We ready to move in with each other. We ready, once you get to this thing where y'all living together,
Yeah.
y'all doing everything as husband and wife together, right? It becomes a complacency. So
Mhm.
why get married?
Okay, so you.
Because we already acting like we married.
Right.
I mean, you wifey.
Right. So yeah.
Wifey ain't wife.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't, if I'm wifey, I want to be a wife for real.
Right.
And my nickname is wifey because it's cute.
Right.
But I don't want to
Nasty
be.
wife.
I don't want to be wifey because that's what we play and say.
Mhm.
Then why is it, especially in our communities? Don't get mad at me, y'all. I'm just giving it to y'all real. If it's not that big a deal and if it's not that important, then why is it that you guys will refer to each other as my wife or my husband and not really be married?
I get what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh, my husband. You be like, did they get married?
Right.
No, you know how we do in the hood.
Right,
We just
right,
started
right.
calling each other husband and wife because we done been together so long. We living together. We raising kids together. We done mixed our money together. We done did all of this stuff.
So why are we not making
So-
it what it is?
So why we don't cut the actual covenant
Mm-hmm.
so we can get the blessings,
Mm-hmm.
so we can get the coverage, so we can get the touch and agreement, so
Okay.
we can prosper a certain type of way
Okay.
with being as a
Okay.
partnership, a real partnership that God ordained.
Okay.
So y'all can't take half the principle and then expect it to work.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know
You
what?
made that face.
Because
You made that face. That means you made that face.
okay, so you touching on a lot right now, and you just said something about it not being. Well, you just said if it wasn't that important, then why are we utilizing the nicknames
Mm-hmm.
as if we just playing? So why not take it there? So do you feel like in general, generally our social ideas of what marriage is not aligned with what it should be spiritually, because
We watered down marriage. We made marriage, we made monogamy, we made it look like it's a bad thing. We made it look like it's a weakening part of us. We giving up our identity. We giving up our space. We giving up our money. We got to take time and consideration for other people. We make all of this stuff look bad. But why is that bad? Right?
Yeah.
God said, with two or more in the midst, gathered, I'm in the midst, right? With two or more gathered, I'm in the midst. So if we two together, he in the midst of us. How can that be bad? Right? You know, he say a man found a wife, found him a good thing. Right? So if I'm your good thing, if I'm your favor, then how is that bad? There's nothing, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing that, to me, that God put as marriage is a bad thing. We in society have made it so bad. Why? Because the lying, the cheating, the people not being immature in their marriages, they're not ready for marriage, they're not being honest about not being ready for marriage. You know, that's what done watered it down, is the behaviors of the people. But God's word stand firm. He's never retracted his statement. He ain't never wrote a cliff note to the Bible and said, you know, I said marriage was all that, but you know, I've been up here with these angels and they tripping. I done had to go through 3 divorces up here already.
Okay.
I don't want to do that no more.
Right.
Like it has not happened.
Right.
So if that's the case, then why are we watering down a direct principle?
Do you think people truly understand it? Like, what is the principle?
Do they understand that? What do you mean? Do they understand the whole meaning and the point of marriage?
Yep.
I think they don't understand themselves. So how can they understand a union? That's what I think.
Okay.
You know, you have to look at it like this. I gotta know me. I gotta love Sherry.
Yeah.
I gotta be able to take care of Sherry. I gotta be able to honor Sherry. I gotta be able to do something to Sherry in order to be able to do it to my husband, right? So if I don't know how to honor me, if I don't know how to respect me, if I don't know how to love me, how can I do that to my spouse? Right? That's one of the main things I feel we don't understand. We're not even understanding ourselves, and we're not understanding our covenant and our marriage unto God. Because we got a covenant with him first. So if you haven't cut covenant with him, if your relationship with God is rocky, it's in, it's out, it's on, it's off, it's up, it's down, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you rolling team Jesus, depending on who asking. You know, you might pull a Peter, might not say nothing. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just being real with you, right? I'm serious. We haven't cut a full covenant with God.
Yeah.
So if you haven't cut a full covenant with the one who created you, the one who's blessing you, the one who's increasing you, the one who's loving you despite of your flaws, right? How can you cut a covenant with somebody else? And man gonna disappoint you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He gonna do it.
Yeah.
So you can't. It's an imbalance. We got to learn how to love ourselves. We got to learn how to know ourselves. We got to learn how to build that relationship between us and God. And then it'll help build our relationship with our spouses.
Within our marriages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to back up just a smidgen.
Okay.
Why do you think so many people are operating from spaces of submission without the covenant?
Some people think they don't deserve to get married.
Really? You think so?
They don't think they deserve to get married. Some women are settling. They feel like, I love this man. I put this time into this man. I put this time into this marriage. If he doesn't want to marry me, I'm cool with it. So if this is the best it's going to get for us, then okay.
Do you
and
think
then some men are in that boat too. Some men are the ones that want to get married. And for whatever reason, the woman don't want to do it. She nervous, scared, whatever the case may be about it, and she don't want to do it. So, you know, they get to a place of, well, if this all I can get from them, and I'm like, if that's what you confess, that's what you gonna get.
Right. That's real. Y'all heard that?
If that's what you confess, that's what you gonna get.
Yeah.
If you sit here and say, I want to just be his partner, I just want to be her partner, I just want to, you know what I mean? It was funny because I was just talking to my bestie. It's so crazy you miss this because I was just talking to one of my besties and like really she, she had came to visit. She was in town. And we were just sitting there talking about this very thing. And she says to me, she was like, I mean, I'm cool, like, if I have to be a life partner. And I said, what in the heck is a life partner?
Wow.
And I was like, no, we canceled that assignment. We ain't doing that. I said, no, we won't speak that. I said, you want to be a wife. You've never been married. What do you mean? You don't want to be nobody's life partner. And she looked and was like, well, no, I don't. I said, so why are we confessing you want to be a life partner? I said, what's a life partner anyway? So you mean to tell me you get all the privileges of me as a wife, right?
Okay.
I get to do everything for you like I'm married to you, but I don't get your name.
Okay.
I don't get your covering. I don't get your protection. I don't get to cut covenant with you. I don't get to touch and agree with you.
Okay.
I don't get that bond. Are you serious?
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
There's a protection in marriage, right? That's the ultimate thing of a man saying, hey, you mine. This one belong to me, right? What you mean? So I'm good enough to be a life partner, but I ain't good enough to be your wife. The devil is a lie.
What do you think? But what do you think would steer a person to be in that space? Because to me, when I hear you say that somebody said that almost kind of sounds like I've tried it, and I've tried it, and it's just not working out.
It's a fear of not wanting to get your hopes up.
Okay.
It's a fear of, I don't want to sit here and think that this is it. This guy is going to propose. This is going to work for me. And it doesn't.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. So what you're telling yourself is, well, even if it doesn't, I'm still willing to stick and stay. And if all I can settle for is this, I'll take that. But why are you settling? Right? If you're a good person, if you're a good woman, if you're a good man, if you're a good spouse, if you deserve that love, if that person's not willing to believe me, it is somebody that is. So you got to be willing to have the faith enough to say, hey, I'm going to hold out until I find somebody to come take me with all my foolishness. You know, I did the same thing for a second. When I got divorced, the second time I was like, I'm done, dude. I'm like, I ain't getting married no more. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's fine. It's just okay. I was like, I'm gonna get my pimp.
I've had enough.
I might get my pimp hat back out. I don't know. I'm gonna just be out here playing these streets. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I told myself because I was so disappointed and I was so discouraged with marriage and I was so discouraged with unions. And then quickly, I came back into a reality of that's not me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's not the space I want to be in. That's not where I thrive. Yeah. That's not where my ministry is. That's not where that's not what's for me. So I was like, I got to get my head back in the game. I got to quit playing. Yeah. I cannot let my failed mistakes steer me away from potentially what God has for me, right? So just because I made some stupid decisions, I can't blame them on God. Just because I made some stupid decisions, I made some bad judgment calls, right? I can't sit up here and say, well, God, I don't want no more of your blessings. I don't want no more of these men you bring me nothing. Because every single time I get tricked. He's like, no, I didn't do that.
You did that.
You did that. I didn't do that at all. I just sat back and let you do what you wanted to do, but I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Period.
So, because you said that's very like transparent, but you're right though, because I feel like I had a moment too where I was like, I just don't. Maybe marriage won't happen for me. You know? And then you hit a certain stage in your life, and you think once you turn 30, like. It's like, okay, well, I'm 30 now, and then you don't know that at the time. You like, oh, I'm 30, and that's a big deal. But you're right. I felt similar. Yeah. Like, maybe I just will be single. Yeah. And I'll be an amazing auntie, and I'll love on them little. You know what I mean? Right. I really genuinely felt like that. But I think it's hard for women to come out of that.
It's hard for anybody to come out of something that they fear.
Yeah, you're right.
It's hard for
You're
any of
right.
us to come out of a fear, right?
Yeah.
Fear that even when you get in a marriage, will my marriage last?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Fear of, if I go through this divorce, am I gonna be okay?
Right.
Right? Because that's another thing a lot of us are challenged with. Because relationships aren't all roses. They not
Right.
all marshmallows.
Yeah,
They not
yeah,
all
yeah.
strawberries.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gonna have to divorce that fool. I'm gonna say it again. Sometimes you gonna have to divorce that fool.
And it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of
It's
the
not
world.
the end of the world.
It actually starts a new world.
Yeah.
It actually starts a new circumstance. It actually
Yeah.
starts a new level of enlightenment, of
Yeah.
joy, of peace, and everything else. Understanding.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you can get back to a lot of things. It clears out the mess, the corruption, the bad judgments, the mistakes, the guilt, everything else. Listen.
Let it go.
Somebody don't want to be with you. I need you to scoot over. You know what I'm saying?
Make way.
Just make way.
Make
you know what I'm saying?
room
For
the
somebody
next.
that
Yep.
does want me.
Yeah.
Make way for me to even be able to heal and love and know myself. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So, divorce is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
And I know it feels like it. I know at the time women go through it.
Yeah.
Because I've been there, and I promise y'all, I've been there. You know what I mean? It's not. I'm not kidding when I tell you. Yeah, I did it, and I didn't do it once. I did it twice. You know what I'm saying? And it feel like it's the end of the world. You feel devastated. You done joined with this person, and you done took up for him, and you done cussed everybody out. You know what I'm saying? When they tried to tell you, I don't think he for you. What you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you done went hard in the paint.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And now you gotta eat your words. Like,
Yeah,
no, y'all was right. He
right.
he wasn't for me.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't. He he was adding other people onto the bus.
You ain't gonna say it though.
You ain't,
No.
well, you might, and listen, divorcing him is saying it.
Right. No,
Right?
you
Divorcing
right.
him or her is saying the public won.
Right. Right.
The
right.
balance had
The
been
public
cast.
won.
The public won.
Right.
And it's but at the end of the day, it's okay.
That's okay.
Because our lives are
Yeah.
too short to live in misery.
Yeah.
Our lives are too short to live in bad relationships. Our lives are too short to deal with toxic people day in, day out. Your
Agreed.
life is too short for that.
Amen.
You got things to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so many wonderful things that God has put into this earth. Yes, we're going to go through challenges. Yes, we're going to go through battles.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to go through fights. I'm going through a whole fight right now.
Yeah.
I've been going through it for months. I'm so ready for this. I'm like, listen,
You tired?
girl, I got to find new strength, Jesus, new strength. But we all going to go through storms. We all going to go through battles. But it's not here to break us, but to make us,
Right.
to make us better, to give us lessons to learn, to make us more mature, to build up our faith. You know what I'm saying? It's to make us.
Yeah.
It's not here to break us. It's not here to cancel us out. It's not here to deceive. It's just, you know what I mean? It's here to enlighten us and move us to the next level. That's what it's here for.
So we got to come out of the fear.
We got to come out the fear. The fear is what keeps us, is what keeping us bound, right?
Yeah.
And it's what keeping us from, some of y'all are staying in marriages and relationships that are just terrible for y'all. Y'all not growing. Y'all not prospering. It's not maturing. It's stagnated. It's frustrating you.
Yeah.
And y'all staying in it because y'all scared of what it looks like if we're not together anymore. What does that look like for me? And I'm one of those people that I'm a pro-con kind of girl. So I'm going to weigh out my options. Well, what does this look like if I leave? What would be my steps if I leave? Okay, do I leave the house? Do he leave the house? Right? Okay, how would this affect my job? Do I take the car? Do I do, like, I do the whole divorce thing before I even move out the door.
Before you even try
Girl,
to,
I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I'm a bird. I take them straws from the nest and we move them one straw at a time. For next thing you know, the whole nest
I got
done
a
moved.
whole house.
I got a
now.
whole penthouse over here, and you over there like, she done moved the crib.
And didn't even know it.
And didn't even know it. Like, I'm one of them. I mean, because once I done made up my mind, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna live like this. This is what I'm not gonna do. You know what I mean? I can do a lot of things, but this right here, I'm not doing that.
So then is the question, or I guess I should say, is the answer really to understand when it's dead or push for change. Because some people can stay in stuff and not even really push for change. And they're just like, oh, well, they know how they person might react. So they're not going to say anything. And then it just builds up. And then it leads to divorce. And then once you get to that point, or once you get right before divorce, that's when people want to start going to counseling and, really trying to make it work. But don't you think that should happen beforehand? Like the push for change, maybe? I don't know.
No, you're right. I mean, we all know when stuff isn't working.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, we're married couples.
Yeah.
So as married couples, we always have our little ups and downs, right?
Yeah,
we have that time when we like really, really on, and then we got them little spurts where, and my husband's and ours don't last long, but we have little spurts where it's like, I ain't feeling him, he ain't feeling me, you need to go sit in the corner, and I'm gonna go over here too, just
give me a little space.
Give me a little space.
Little
you know what I'm saying? Just a little time. I'll be all right. Just let me regroup for a second. We all go through that, right?
Yeah.
But when that season lasts longer than it should, or when the time that next season comes up, right? If it's lasting even longer than the time before, then we need to tackle some stuff. Because at this point, we harboring some things that we don't know we harboring.
Right.
We sitting on some stuff a little too long that we don't know we sitting on because our apart space time is becoming greater than it should.
I got you.
Right?
Yeah,
It's okay. We all need our little space. We all need our little breathing room, right? But we shouldn't stay off the same accord for too long.
Right.
We should always be pretty much on the same accord.
Right.
We should always be able to have open lines of communication. We should always be able to be like, okay, this is what we should do. What's game plan? Was this? Was that? If we get off a little bit, it's okay for us to get off, but we shouldn't stay off long.
Right.
And if we are staying off too long and everything is getting worse, you know what I'm saying, as we're going, then at some point in time, we got to say, okay, are we moving towards separation? Or are we going to do something now so we don't see that happen to us?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
right. That's my opinion is sometimes we wait too long to actually take action in something. And then you wait till one or both of you are not vested the same. So once my vested interest decreases so much, I don't care whether you walk away or not. I don't care. Right? If I want to say, we want to stay vested, we want to stay together, we want to stay engaged, right? If I care about that union, if I care about that partnership, right? Then I want to do everything I can to keep my interest in you. You know what I'm saying? My vested interest up in you, right? But if I'm to the point where it's like, I don't care if I lose money on that or not.
Then it's
I don't care.
Yeah.
They can walk away with that. They can take that. They can do that. It don't make me no difference.
Right.
If that's the mindset that you have, then it's already over. If it's already, I always ask women when we go to talk about marriages and men and whether or not they want to work it out. My question always to them is this: how do you feel if you see him with somebody else?
Okay. I got questions.
You got questions?
Yeah. Because that's a question that, well, let me ask you, based on the answers that they give you, what do you tell them after that? Because I can see that going a couple different ways.
Yes. And depending on the way they answer me, depends on the advice that I give them.
Okay. So if I said, girl, I wouldn't care,
then you need to separate.
Okay. And if I was like, ooh, that would just boil my bunions.
Okay, so then we need to find so boil your bunions. Lord
I ain't got
Jesus.
no bunions. I swear I ain't got no bunions.
If you was to say that, then I say, okay, well then we got to get to the root of the problem because you want to save your relationship. But if
what if it's rooted in jealousy?
What?
You know what I mean?
That you just don't want to see him with nobody else?
Because
if he can still make you jealous, then you still love him. I'm going to let you sit on that.
Really?
I'm going to let you marinate just right there.
If he can make you jealous.
And if he can still make you jealous.
Okay.
If you still want to drag somebody about him, then you still got some feelings for him.
That'll stick.
Because it ain't an ex out there I want to drag nobody
right.
from.
You're right. right. You're right. No, you're right.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you want? Oh, I'd have dropped him off. Girl, you ain't had to do all that. Don't even come over here with no attitude. I'll pack his bag. Stay right there. Let me go get him for you. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll send him out here to tell
All
you.
right. You're right.
What?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Listen, I done done this, been there, done it. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Now, if I still want to drag somebody about you, if I still feel like, I go snatch somebody out the car
Okay.
about you,
Okay.
that means I ain't done dealing with you.
Mhm.
That's how I've always gauged my relationships. You know what I'm saying? Even if I found out he done did some old whack stuff to me, he ain't been right to me, I be like, yeah, but I still like him though. Ugh. And then I had to decide. I'm like, well, would I still punch somebody in the face if they run up about him? Would I still be trying to defend this whole situation? If I say yeah, then that means he ain't out my system yet. And I ain't done dealing with him. So I just need to chill out, go take a deep breath somewhere, figure out how I'm gonna process this, see if I can forgive him.
Okay.
Because I ain't done dealing with him. But if I sit there and say, man, whoever want him can have him.
Okay.
I will pack his stuff and send him FedEx to their house. You don't even understand. I don't care.
Okay.
If that's the case, then I'm over it. I'm done. It don't make me no difference. You know what I'm saying? He could go get with whomever he want to, wherever he want to, and I'm straight. Okay. If that's the case, then I'm over it. But if you still talking, and some of us, I know we say we done. We pack their stuff up. I understand. And then as soon as he roll in with that something
set
else.
Your boundaries, though. There's a fine line between boundary setting and,
What boundary setting? He ain't mine no more. What you saying?
No. I mean, like, in relationships.
Like, what you
I'm
mean?
thinking more generally.
Tell me.
If somebody's done something and you're like, I'm not talking to you, Siri. If somebody has done something and, because you said if he hasn't done something right or if he did you wrong, then you would still, if you still felt the way about it, then that means that there's still a little bit of fight in you. That's what I thought.
Yes,
okay.
That's right.
But then at what point is there still like some boundary setting, right? So if he did something crazy and you put him out anyway, and you still feel and you feeling some kind of way, like where is that leading me?
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm not a make up to break up kind of girl. So either we together or we ain't together.
Okay.
That's how I roll, right? So I might be mad, but I might not put you out.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but if you go through the drastic things, if you don't put him out.
Yeah, he need to stay out.
He need to stay out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those people, like, don't put me out.
Yeah.
You better not put me out.
Right. Because I ain't coming back.
You put me out. You try if you feel you feeling froggy, you go ahead and leap, bro. You gonna be highly upset.
Deuces.
And you gonna be sitting there going, who that Harpo? Who that man? You know what I'm saying? He gonna be sitting there going, well, I was just mad at her that day. I'm like, yeah, all right, you can stay mad if you want to. Like, no, but no, but in seriousness though, yeah, if you got to figure out what are your boundaries,
right? What
you are willing to take and what you're willing to not take.
Right.
We should not sit in relationships that we cannot forgive, though.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So if you still bringing it up, you still throwing it in the person's face, you still arguing about it 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later, then this is probably a relationship you should have ended.
Right.
Because you can't get over the offense. You can't get over what they did. And who wants to live with somebody that's not forgiving them? Who wants to live with somebody that's constantly throwing this situation up in their face? You know what I mean? Like, who wants to go through that? I don't want to go through that. I don't want you to sit there and say, oh, I forgive you. You know what I mean? And then every time you get mad, we back into this argument again.
Right.
Oh, so your favorite color red now? Because that's all that girl wore in them photos was red. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is you talking, woman? Your favorite color is blue. Right. You're the only color I'm worried about. But you got with that lady who like wearing that red stuff. Yeah. And you like, baby, that was
10 years ago.
Right. And we still talking about the lady in the, are you serious right now?
Okay.
Like, who wants to keep doing that? Who wants to keep living a pain?
Okay, I got a question. Since we were talking about submission. So do you think that Wait, let me see how I can ask this.
Go
Or
on,
if I
spit.
even
Go on,
should
tell it
ask
to me.
it.
Go on, tell it to
I'm
me.
just trying to figure because we're talking about like forgiving in relationships, but under the covenant of marriage, there is a level of submission
Mm-hmm.
that non-marital relationships kind of you don't think that we should be operating in to a certain extent.
Yeah.
We talked about that. So like, does the level of forgiveness should it increase more, or do you like stick and stay a little? Do you fight a little harder?
That's an individual thing. You
But
know,
then,
if you got married for all the right reasons, and if you got married for um you know, what God told you to do, if it's something that He is blessed, then yeah, it's probably an increase of level of forgiveness that's there. At the same time, are we gonna play the fool?
right,
No.
that's what I'm trying.
We're
to
not
get
gonna
at,
play the
yeah.
fool, and we shouldn't play victim.
Well, okay,
We definitely shouldn't play victim.
right. No, you're
Anything
right.
about our situations and our circumstances, we can always change.
Yeah, we can.
Now,
That's
it
a
might
big
be
one.
uncomfortable
That's
for
a
a
big
minute.
one. Yeah.
It might not be what you want to do.
Right.
It might be a sacrifice for you.
Mhm.
But anything about your situation, you can change.
Always.
Always.
I agree.
You can always change it.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So if I can always change my situation, if I can always change this circumstance, I may not like to. I may not want to go stay at my sister's house to get away from him, but I may have to. Right? I may not have to. I may not want to change the locks and pack his stuff and do this and do that, but I may have to. Right? I may not want to change my number.
Right.
But I may have to.
Right. Yeah. Or you can do what you said
What?
and build your little nest. Slowly
Don't
but
be
surely,
listening.
y'all.
Don't be listening to me, y'all, because I don't want no inboxes and stuff like,
Build
sure, you
that
told my
real
woman to do this.
slowly.
I'd be like, I did. Because listen, he done came home and everything was gone, baby. I don't
God.
understand. I'm like, I done moved. He called me on the phone like, where you go? I've moved out. I left you something to sleep on, something to sit on, and I'm gone. Like, what? Listen.
And he didn't have a clue.
No, I waited
Okay.
till he left. Listen, I don't know why people be arguing and fighting, and then they be trying to leave in the heat of the argument. Make no
Yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm strategic, baby.
Yeah.
We gon' I'm gonna let you argue. I'm gonna let you think everything cool. We gonna make up.
That sounds like another podcast.
Yeah, I'm
to me.
just saying. We gonna make up.
How to plan your exit.
I will tell you some strategies and some points on how to get up out of there.
I just playing.
I'm just playing. I mean, listen, but some people need them. Some people like, well, how do I plan my exit?
No, you're right.
Yeah, think about it.
You're right.
Because if you trying to get up out of this
Yeah.
thing, because some people honestly need to get up out some stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
How do I go?
Yeah,
Do I up and just leave?
I know. Yeah.
I'm more of a strategic girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, that upping and just
Yeah.
leaving all sporadically.
That's important.
I need
yeah.
my red bottles and stuff before I go. I ain't gonna just leave my stuff. I'm like, I got to pack this stuff,
Yeah.
strategically.
Right, I get it. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've been to shift some stuff. He don't
Okay.
even know.
Okay. Well, you gave us a lot.
Did I?
Yeah, you gave me way more than what I was bargaining for. You did.
Y'all
But it
got
was
any
good
comments?
stuff,
Anything I need
as
to do over there?
always.
No?
Good
Okay,
stuff
good.
as always. Good stuff as always. I just really wanted to let's do some takeaways. You know how we do our takeaways. So we were talking really about submission, but we went into being able to move on and forgiveness too.
Yeah.
So let's do some takeaways. What would be our takeaways for this little session here?
Oh, for this little session here. Okay. So, first thing I would say is to my single ladies, or my people in a relationship
Mhm.
and everything else. Don't settle for anything that you're uncomfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest with yourself about exactly what it is that you want.
Got you.
Okay. And that you want to see happen.
Mm-hmm.
And speak that and
Mhm.
only that.
Yeah.
Don't speak anything different than what you want to see happen.
Some people need to hear that.
I'm just saying.
You're
Speak
right.
exactly what you want to see happen. And I
Yeah.
promise you that is what will manifest.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't settle for all that other stuff. Don't settle for them terms of endearment and everything else.
Okay. Good one.
The law of the land, we have marriage certificates.
Right. Okay. That's
Okay.
a good one. That's
Okay.
a good one. Okay.
So I would say that. And then as far as the divorce side of things and everything else, just know that it's never too late to start over. It's never too late to find peace. It's never too late to find joy.
Yeah.
It's never too late to find love. And it's never too late to get to a place where you choose you.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's okay to choose
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It's okay to say this is not working for me, and I'm okay with it.
Right.
You know, and it's okay to accept when it's not working for him.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
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 Because we got to get to a point to where we're in an acceptance of what's not working for him.
Right.
Right. Or her. Right? If the
Right.
spouse is the one that really want the divorce, you would really rather save your relationship. You have to have a come to Jesus moment where whatever we're doing, it's not working for them.
Right.
And
Gotcha.
their unhappiness and their way of thinking and their verbal and mental abuse at this point
Right.
is weighing on me.
Right.
Because when a person don't want to be with you, I know they're not treating you
Right.
nice.
Yeah. You gotta let them go. Yeah.
You gotta let them go.
Okay.
So it's
Knowing when
okay.
to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. And then I guess for the forgiveness side of things, for the forgiveness side of things, I would say that we all have to be forgiven for something. None of us are perfect. None of us are on point, like about different stuff. So, you know, I think that we all need to be forgiven,
Yeah.
and we all need to show some type of forgiveness to other
Yeah.
people, but have your boundaries.
Yeah.
Have your level of,
Right.
I'm not going to keep playing the same game with you.
right.
We're not going to keep running around the same mountain.
Okay.
We're not about to do this, right? You've got to have a level of where you're going to cut things off,
Right.
where you're going to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
Awesome.
I think
Awesome.
so. I think
you,
so.
You know you got folks together. And,
It-
I appreciate that.
It's in our noonday session. In our
Right.
noonday session.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything okay? Y'all good back there? I'm just looking at the staff of everything in the
Let's
back. I just
see.
want to make sure everything is good. Everything is all right. What's going on? What's that? What's that? What are you laughing at?
You know the comments coming in.
Oh, Lord Jesus. What's the
and
comment?
somebody put on. I want you to guess who said this.
What?
You got too much stuff to move, baby. You stuck with me now.
That's my husband.
He said you got
Too
too
much
much stuff to
move.
move. You ain't going nowhere.
He right. He right. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't trying to go nowhere though. I don't want to go nowhere from
Right,
him. I ain't going nowhere.
exactly.
He know he right. I do got some. And see, you know, he the type of man. He pay attention to the stuff too, child.
Yes.
He be like, you know what I'm saying? What happened to them other shoes? I be like, what other shoes? He be like, no, you got these other shoes that go with that bag. I ain't synced them. Where them at? I be like, you know,
He
so
noticed.
so if I
Okay.
start ciphering stuff out the
Listen,
house,
he
he gonna be like, like what's she trying
Where
to
that
do?
bag
Where
go?
that bin go?
Uh-uh.
It was a bin
It was
right
a
here.
whole bin. You ain't going nowhere. All right, Lenny. You know it. You got it. Okay.
You know I love you.
Right.
Got my own Lenny. I got my own Lenny.
Well, that was
Yes,
good.
that was good.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was good. Thank you. Thank you.
So y'all get back to y'all money making Monday.
Yes.
Y'all get back to y'all whole day. I don't know what y'all was doing on today. I don't know what y'all had going on, but we just straight interrupted y'all Monday on
Hopefully
today.
it was a welcome break on lunch or something.
Yeah,
like
hopefully
that,
it
you know?
was. Hopefully it was.
Yeah.
We gonna bless a business though on the. I want to do that on the I think the July 20th
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
We're gonna
on
do
our
a live
other show.
show July 20th. I got a special guest on there. Y'all will stay tuned to find out who that is.
Okay.
Jen and I gonna have somebody on there. Somebody I love so much. Oh my God, I can't wait. So on my live 20th show, we gonna bless a business on that show. And I think we gonna go live next week, y'all too. I ain't decided which day yet.
Okay.
I ain't figured that part out. So I'll let y'all know. I'll keep y'all posted on that front. Make sure y'all go over to the YouTube page. Please subscribe to the YouTube page. Let me see. I'm on all social media handles, everything else. Y'all go ahead, like the post,
Follow,
share
like,
the post,
share,
follow, share, do all of that good stuff. Y'all be blessed. Y'all love on each other. We got to get to the mega, y'all. So y'all stay in that money making mindset. Y'all stay motivated. Y'all stay peaceful.
It's
What
Monday.
else? It's Monday.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. I love it. I love it, love it. Anything else?
Love you.
All mine's clear. I love you too.
Yeah,
I love
that's
you
it.
too. I love y'all too. I thank y'all so much for riding with me on this, y'all. I will see y'all. Talk to y'all later. See y'all next week. Love y'all. Peace.